helping hand.
Hey, there we are. We're on now. I'm Captn Bob.
And I'm Arlo.
And again, you're watching one of our famous blobs.
Famous?
Yes, they're famous, yeah. Well, they're all over the world now. People are watching them all over the world.
They are? Okay.
So, again, we thank you for tuning in and watching these because they don't make any sense to us. Hopefully they make sense to you. So, no, we have fun doing them, let me tell you.
Right.
But, today we want to talk about what we always do at a lot of events, and we started this, years ago, the Young Gun Award.
Yeah.
We go to car shows, we go to bike shows, we have a lot of fun with different things. And what we try to always do is getting the youth involved. And now we're talking male, female,
Right.
29 years and younger.
That's our cutoff, 29 and younger. Yeah. Age, not the vehicle.
Because, you're right, yeah.
We've had that too.
Because as we're aging, and a lot of the car people out there are aging in this field, we want to make sure that this hobby keeps on going. And we don't want it to stop. We want to make sure this is a big industry.
Yeah.
We know a lot of car makers out there want to keep it going also too, and a lot of manufacturers want to keep things going out there. So we want to be part of it also too. So we've offer a Young Gun Award at all the events.
Right.
Now we don't pick trophies for other cars.
No.
We just walk around and we look at the young guns.
This is from you and I.
Exactly.
To recognize.
And so we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it's always sponsored by us and one of our sponsors also too. I'll say it right now, Gruber Law. Tell them thanks very much too. But we look at, when we do go there, what do we look for? We don't look at just the car.
No, what it is, it's the story behind the car. Now, we've run across cars that are pretty rough shape, but it's the story of why that particular young gun, bought the car or inherited the car, and then we also ask them, what have you done on the car yourself? If you just purchased a car and you're driving it, that's okay. We'll talk to you about it. But we're looking for those that actually get in there with their hands and their brains and try to figure this all out. And then we ask them, what do you plan on doing for the future in this car? And we talk to them about that. But it's about the story, and we hear some really cool stories.
Yeah. And again, we're proud of anybody that buys a car and even just drives it and just enjoys their car. But as you had kind of mentioned, we're looking to make sure that they want to keep it going and they want to do things on it. Now, we're looking at trucks. We're looking at motorcycles. We're looking at cars. We're looking at all makes, models, and years.
Cars.
Yeah.
My granddaughter, we picked this young gal.
Yeah.
Anglia?
Little Ford Anglia. Not the race car Anglia we would have looked at, but this would have been the English Anglia.
My granddaughter said, that looks like a purse. It's so tiny.
Yeah.
And she was 15, I think, when she got it.
She got it,
16, she worked on it. You name it. It's really about the story, about the vehicle that they are working on or they brought to the car show.
Yeah.
We had two young kids that we actually kind of wanted to break the trophy apart.
Wow.
They're buddies, and they work on each other's cars, but they built a plasma cutter machine. They built it
Their own
and
CNC.
programmed it. One guy was in the programming, and they built this whole thing to make the frame cuts and everything that they needed in different parts.
Yeah.
So we kind of said, you guys are going to share this one. We had an incident where there were two brothers.
Right.
And they both had Mustangs, and one had been in for a while, and one had just getting into it. And they work on the cars. They put a lot of time and energy and money into these cars, young kids. And there's a case where you and I walked up to the one that's been in it a while and said, okay, you know what? This is amazing what you've done with this car. And he said what?
Pick my brother.
Pick
my brother because I want him to keep it excited and to be part of this also too.
Want to keep him
which was really nice about it also. So which we did. We had a guy not too long ago. We picked his vehicle, and again did a lot of work on it with him and his dad. They painted the car. They did all the work, the mechanical work, the interior work. They did a lot of work on the car. But the neat thing that was, as you were talking to the dad at one point, and I was talking to the young guy, he looked at me and he said, "Do you want to hear it run? It really sounds cool." And right there was the passion. It was the excitement about he wanted me and you to hear that car run because he was so proud of it. And that was kind of cool.
And they had a photo album, so you could see the kid actually working on the car and stuff like that. So, word's gotten out. We know that other shows have been doing Young Guns, but Bob started doing this 10 years ago, a long time ago. So, and I love that story. Why don't you tell the story about how this all started?
We were at an event. I was at an event.
I was gone.
Yeah, you were not. Yeah, you couldn't make it that event. And I was at the event, and they asked me to be one of the judges. And I was okay. This is kind of an honor. Thank you very much. As we walked around, but I kind of got in it towards the end because the judges that were there were like 6 judges. They already had picked all their cars. Well, I happened to meet a young guy that was there with his car, and it was not a totally finished car. It was a working project, but he was telling me the story of how he keeps going to the junkyard every week and he pulls another car apart and he brings the parts home and he puts it onto the car to keep it running and modify it and everything else. And it was looking good. I mean, from the steps he was doing, the car was going to turn out really nice maybe in a couple of years. So I walked up to the judges and I said, do we have an award for that young guy over there? And they all looked at me and they went, we already have, all awards are used up already. Yeah. So I said, okay. So I reached in my pocket, I pulled out $20, threw it on the table, and I said, match me. And they went, what? Why don't we give him cash? Instead of giving him an award today, let's give him cash. He can buy more parts. And they all went, cool idea, and they did. Yeah. And so he was so excited once we called him up there and presented him with, hard cash. And that was kind of cool. So we appreciate that. Again, we're out there to help these kids. Guys and girls. I mean, we met an exciting girl out there that's got a Chevy Nova that she drag races. Right. And she's a young gasser car, and she's a young girl too. Yeah. And she's worked on the car, done a lot of work on the car. We remember meeting the young kid. Now, this is quite a while back ago, but built a little coffin car.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Sean.
Did all the welding, did everything on the car, the paintwork,
did
everything. And his dad was telling us on how he's building engines, how he's got 2 or 3 other cars that he's got. And I walked up to the dad and I walked up to him, he's a big guy, and I said, I bet you're really pissed at your kid, aren't you? And the guy looked at me like, what are you saying? And I said, you got to be pissed at him. And he goes, well, why? I said, because he's got more toys than you do.
He did a little coffin car, a little boat. He did all kinds of things. And he's welding. Yeah. His dad showed him how to do all that stuff when he was a baby. And I forgot about that guy. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we encourage all of you that are watching this, young and old, especially old, keep the young kids involved into it. Mm-hmm. If they walk up to you at a car event or a bike event, don't shun them away. I don't care if they drive a foreign car, they drive an import, they drive any kind of car. Right. They're excited about being part of this. Let them learn from you because you are the teachers out there that need to teach the young also too.
Right. But also just to encourage them. I mean, we have given young guns to import drivers and stuff like that. Just to keep them encouraged. Yeah. I'm just going to throw this out here. If you have an idea for a young gun or you want to help us support the young guns, give us a call here. Because, we've given away O'Reilly cards as well as the trophy. Yeah. But as Bob says, there's nothing like, being able to go buy parts. So if you want to help us with this cause,
there you go.
We'd appreciate it. Give us a call right there at that number. We weren't planning on doing that, but if you want to jump in and help us, recognize that every car show we go to, we look for those young guns. Right. Actually, it's been kind of interesting because we'll put on the microphone when we do get out there, the MC, and say, anyone 29 and younger that have a vehicle here, come on up to the booth. We're getting inundated.
Yeah, we are. We really are.
It's been very encouraging because they're hearing that that's what Bob and I are doing is we're recognizing their efforts. And so we want to continue this. So again,
matter of fact, what was really cool, and I've got to bring that up really quick too, is the last show we did this at. Yeah. Normally we say, hey, we're going to go out later this afternoon, we'll look at your vehicle. Yeah. And we usually walk out there and they're not there because they're busy walking the show. Around, So the last show we were at, a young guy kind of said to me, which was really kind of cool because we had about 2 girls too there, here's my cell number. Yeah. When you get to my car, give me a call. I'll meet you there. Yeah. And he did. So that's what we're going to do from now on. We're going to ask for their cell number. So when we do go to their vehicle, we can quick call them. They can quick meet us there and tell us about their car.
Yeah, because we walk around with them in the car. They tell us the story and that type of thing. Bob usually talks to them, and I'm looking at the car, and then we'll switch. Yeah, right. And then I'll talk to him for a little bit and see if we hear the same story kind of thing. Right. I mean, and they're very gracious, and they're very honored that we just want to look at their cars. We had a young kid with a truck. He just bought the truck a few weeks earlier. Went through everything to make sure it was mechanically sound. He had a bunch of ideas he's going to do for the future. Yeah. And he just wanted to talk to Bob and I about what he's working on. And what was really nice is we said something about the young gun. And what did he say? He said,
I've got to leave because I've got a dinner with my father right now. So he said, give it to another young gun because he said, appreciate it.
I just wanted to talk to you too about my truck. Cool. Just a chance to talk to you guys about the truck. So
Alex. Whoa, Alex in a Speedster.
1925 Model A Speedster. It had the boat tail in the back, shaped thing. It was kind of cool. We gave him a young gun because he not only worked on it to get it where it's at today. He knows how to drive it. Where most adults,
wouldn't know how to
50 years old,
wouldn't
know how to drive the thing. He gave me a ride in it. He gave you a ride in it. Yeah. And he got the award first. Then he gave us a ride in it.
So he was very proud of that.
Yeah, and he's pretty cool.
Now, I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be, this isn't against any of the fathers or the mothers that are there at the shows. But if you're standing there with your kids, guy or girl, shut up. We don't want to hear from you. We want to hear from them.
Well, some of them get a
Yeah.
little excited. My son did this.
Yeah.
My son did
No,
that.
we don't want to hear that.
My daughter did this. My daughter
We
did
want
that.
them to do all the talking.
They got to do the talking because one of the things we're trying to encourage too out of all of this is that they will speak on their behalf.
That's right.
They are able to speak about what they've done.
Yeah.
And we know some of them are shy, but we're trying to force them out of that.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you're all right.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So this blob is all about
Yeah.
encouraging the young guns,
Yeah.
guys and girls. We don't care what kind of car,
Yeah.
what year, what make, whatever. Come to the events. Be there. Be part of it.
Yeah.
Talk to the people that are there, and don't be discouraged if somebody doesn't want to talk to you. Walk away from that
Yeah,
person. Go
you
to the
know
person
what?
that does want to talk to you.
Good point.
Yeah.
We hear sometimes from these young guns, they go, "You guys, old guys, won't talk to us." Screw them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that's just them. Don't let it bother you. Just come anyways and hang out, and eventually you'll break that ice.
Here is a thing before we cut out of here
Yeah.
that somebody told us, and the reason why maybe some of the older people don't want to talk to the young guns.
Yeah.
Everybody's always proud about their vehicle. They want to talk about their vehicle. You go to a motorcycle show, they're a mixed group. Everybody's talking about their bikes. They have a great time.
Yeah.
But if you go up to a person that doesn't want to talk to you because you're a young gun and they don't want to talk to you, there's a reason why. And we were told the reason is they probably bought that vehicle. They don't know anything about it, so they're embarrassed. They don't want to talk to you about
The
it.
older guy.
The older guy, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they don't want to talk to the young kid. So there you go.
And by the way, it's not true that these kids don't like old hot rods
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
our cars. We talk to every one of these guys. They can't afford it, or we haven't died yet to release this car.
There you go. Yeah.
To release the
Exactly,
car
yeah.
to them. Where are they going to find these things?
Yeah.
And it's much easier when they're hanging out with import to buy another import because they all have the same knowledge. We've been in situations where a kid has said to us, "I've inherited 2 or 3 cars. I don't know anything about a carburetor." And when I go to try to talk to the old timers about how to do it, how to adjust things, they don't want to share. So they really do like the old stuff, and they really what?
Can I do a quick commercial?
Look at that face.
So
Look at
if
that
a
face.
young gun's out there looking for a 1967 Barracuda, I've got one for sale. Check it out at Gateway Classics.
There you
it's
go.
out there,
There you go.
and it's on our
Right.
website too.
Yeah, it's all in good
So,
shape.
check it
But
out.
anyway, so
Yeah.
they do want our stuff, and so yeah.
Cool.
Well, the 1925.
Yeah, exactly.
The little
Exactly.
Purse car. All these things
They're
are
all
a lot
cool
of fun.
cars. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
really
so
cool
anyway.
cars.
All right.
So again, come to the shows, you young guns, because we appreciate you being there and keep the hobby going.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut out of here right now
Yeah.
because we're getting old. I'm getting tired.
Running out of time.
Okay, bye.